If you want to be an engineer in India, then remember that estimated 15 lakhs engineers graduate from India every single year. And as an Indian engineer, you know how many job opportunities you would have? In 2023, 57% engineers are unemployed in India. Means after spending many years of reading and wasting a lot of money on college fees, tuition fees, you wouldn't have any job.
A lot has been said about India's growth story on how it remains a bright spot in the world economy. But away from these positive headlines, millions of young Indians face the risk of unemployment.
And let's say you want to be a doctor in India, but before that, first you have to crack one of the most toughest exam of India, NEET exam. Because private medical college are too expensive and you would have to take high loan for that. And by the way, according to RBI, more than 40,000 crore rupees within a single year has taken as student loan in our country.
Ticking clock for student loan borrowers. Payments are set to resume in October, but as Brian Chung reports, some say they can't afford to pay, and others say they won't.
And if you want to get a government job in India, then you should have superhuman abilities, my brother. Because normal human with normal minds cannot get government job, because just look at the competition. Over the last 8 years, almost 22 crores application for government job were made in our country. But only 7 lakhs and 22,000 jobs were available. That's mean in 300 people, one would get the job and other will get absolutely nothing. And other SSC and MTS exam, 25 people applied for the job. But you know how many seats were available? Only 10,000. And my personal experience in my city for label inspector post, 2.5 lakhs people applied for the job, but only 35 posts were available. Even a blind man can clearly see that high level competition in government jobs. Despite that, if you ask from Indian student what is their career choices are, 90% student would say engineer, doctor, MBA and government job, and that's it. And why they don't want to be a video editor or trader or freelancer or copywriter or logo designer, why they don't want that kind of jobs? The reality is the Indian education system is a scam. Nowadays education system gives us less knowledge but more stress. And in 2021 more than 13,000 students died by suicide. The education system teach you how to solve a math problem but never teach you how to solve a problem in real life and how to make money. So watch this video till end, because I'm gonna talk about the problem with Indian education system, and at the end, what are the solutions?
I will prove it. Here's a modern day phone. Recognize it? Here's a phone from 150 years ago. Here's a car from today. And here's a car from 150 years ago. Here's a classroom of today. And here's a class we used 150 years ago. Now ain't that a shame? In literally more than a century, nothing has changed. You claim to prepare students for the future? But with evidence like that, I must ask, do you prepare students for the future or the past? I did a background check on you and let the record show that you were made to train people to work in factories.
First, let's talk about problems with education system. The education system never teach you the value of taking risks. Get good grades, then get a good college, then get a well-paying job, and never take risks and live life very safely. And you know, without taking risks, we cannot do anything big, and that's it. Risks are very necessary for the growth, and never afraid of taking risks. And education syllabus aren't interesting, it all just teach you how to wrote history, wrote science, and just wrote for passing the exam and never make any question. Doesn't matter you understand anything or not. I mean, what will you do by remembering how many queens Akbar had and how many battles he lost and won and blah blah blah? I mean, Google is right there for anyone to use. Why you have to remember all of that stupid stuff? We have to focus on practical knowledge that we can use in our real life rather than just reading and wrote. And now let's talk about the teachers. We all know how many good teachers we have in our government schools, so we're not gonna talk about that. And let's talk about the private schools. They are not private schools, they are private businesses. They are just trying to make as much money as they can by the fees from the student, but they wanna spend very less money on teachers. If the college is making 1 lakh every single month, they would spend only 10,000 or less on teachers. How you can get a good teacher in very low salary? That's impossible, and this is a very big problem. If there are no good teachers, then how will there be good students? And education system doesn't teach you about entrepreneurship and businesses, but they should. I remember that day when my friend said to my teacher, I wanna be a businessman. You know what the teacher said? The person who is making 1 lakh rupees every single month is happy, so find a good job because business is too risky. The whole purpose of education system is making you a worker or an employee. Just follow the orders, don't use your own brain. Education doesn't teach you how to be a good leader or how to lead people, how to manage a team and how to become successful together. And the businesses and entrepreneurship should be added in our education system because that's very important for our growing economy. And career options are not explained well in our schools. Very few career options like being a doctor, engineer or a lawyer are taught in our school system, but that's not good. And all types of career options should be explained in our schools because it would help a student to find a good career opportunity. And it would be inevitable for a student to choose wrong career options. If they are not given any information about various careers, it would be a problem. So despite having a bad education system, how you can improve yourself and become better? Because just see that picture. This is the car 100 years ago and this is the car now. And this is the education system 100 years ago and this is the education system now. Nothing changed and nothing would unless you change yourself. And here are some tips that you can follow to improve yourself. First, educate yourself. Understand that the more you learn, the more you earn. Educate yourself as much as you can about the topic you are interested on, like photography, graphic designing, trading, content creation. It would be anything, just do it. Second, take risks. Always be prepared for any problems and understand that the biggest risk is never taking any risk. Because the risk is very important in our growth and in our self-improvement. At the end, follow your passion. Do what you love. Just follow your passion and work hard because working hard for something you don't like is called stress. But working hard for something you love is called passion. Find your passion and never afraid of taking risks and never give up, and that's it. And if you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and support me. I will see you in the next video.